Who's doing too much when it comes to the coverage of Caitlin Clark? The fans or the media?
So I think the media definitely has some segments of it that's doing too much. When you think about what people like Charles Barkley has had to say um, about Caitlin Clark and just players needing to, I guess, kiss the ring, which is ridiculous. But I think these new fans that aren't as familiar with the league and just competition in general sports, I think that they're doing the most because we've seen this with these fans even dating back to college. I remember last year's national championship or March Madness when Angel Reese was celebrating and people got mad at her for just being a competitor, putting her finger up, pointing at her ring finger. And this is kind of carrying over now to the W where people just, I guess, expect these girls not to compete like this isn't sports. And that doesn't really make sense. And then we see the media react to that. But I don't want to put it all on the media because there's a certain segment of the media that wants to cover the league correctly and wants to let people know that, hey, this is just Caitlin Clark's introduction to the W. It's not her. This is what rookies go through. And even Angel Reese is dealing with it. But there is a certain segment of fans that just don't really seem to get it.
Yeah, I do agree with you, Prince, that like we don't want to paint the entire media with a broad brush and say, oh, these folks are, they're babying Caitlin Clark or whatever. But I will say that for me, it's definitely the media, and in particular, it's names like Charles Barkley, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. Now you got LeBron James, Matt Barnes jumping in on their respective podcast platforms, which like, can we take some of these mics away, y'all? Like y'all kind of tripping. Like it's just weird to see all these dudes painting people with broad brushes, saying that all these ladies in the WNBA are jealous of Caitlin Clark, that Caitlin's bringing them this sort of success, and they gotta, like you said, Prince, kiss the ring. And it's like, yo, like this doesn't even match your own competitive sensibilities. Like I would never see Charles Barkley bowing down to Michael Jordan. I would never see LeBron James bowing down to Steph Curry or Kevin Durant, any of his contemporaries. So why should anybody do that in the WNBA for Caitlin Clark when she's only played in 11 games in her career so far? Like that just doesn't make sense to me. And for me, those folks, those big personalities are kind of fanning the flames that stoke those fans that you were talking about, Prince, into believing that, yeah, Caitlin is being mistreated by her peers. Caitlin is being hated on by her peers and her teammates even, which like to me is like, yo, like, come on, y'all. Like now we put another spotlight on Aaliyah Boston and them for not getting into a all-out brawl. Like what are we doing, y'all? Like what are we doing? That's my legit question to everybody here. What are we doing? Like we have got to we gotta cut this out. We need to chill.